For decades, many countries have been using different types of money in the global economy, like using euros or yen, but the US dollar is still the most popular and important currency. Many countries hold it as a backup to use for international trade and investments. It is comfortable, and deep down we'd like to think it will stay that way, but who knows what could happen in the future. Recently, China has started to use their own currency, the yuan, for international trade with other currencies instead of the dollar. And it's not just China. Brazil and Argentina are currently in the talking stage of potentially creating their own common currency. But if this trend continues, it could mean that fewer countries are interested in holding the US dollar, which could lead to the value of the dollar going down significantly. This could have a major impact on the US and the global economy, affecting everyone and everything, from the cost of goods to jobs and investments. This is the true power of what it means to be top dog. If I go down, you go down with me. Damn. As the possibility of the dollar collapsing is looking evident, we as smart investors and individuals are forced to embark on a new journey. A journey in search of assets that can protect us from a dollar crash and give us purchasing power. This is a quest for financial security and protection against uncertainty. We must now explore new territories and possibilities beyond the traditional investments that we are used to. However, this is not for the faint of heart. No one prepared us for this kind of event. It is filled with so many mixed feelings, fear, excitement, and confusion as we search through different alternatives to the dollar. And of course, it's not without risk. What happens if all of this is just fugazi, all fairy dust? Let's take a trip back in time to the Roman Empire, somewhere around 475 AD. The Roman currency was highly valued and used in trade and commerce by many countries. However, over time, the Roman government began to devalue their currency by reducing the amount of precious metal in their coins. This led to hyperinflation and rising prices, and ultimately contributed to the decline and the fall of the Roman Empire. Of course, the smart Romans at that time began to buy more land, buy gold and silver mines. They started businesses in different regions and do everything possible to remain independent of the Roman currency. Similarly, this happened to the Spanish Empire in the 16th century, and the Dutch Empire in the 17th century, and the British after the 20th century. If the US dollar continues to lose its value, it could just be next in line. But how can we protect ourselves? How can we ensure that we are not a victim of events that we have no control over? The answer is quite simple. It depends on where we live and how financially capable we are. If we're in the US, then we can protect ourselves by buying small amounts of gold and silver to protect an immediate amount of funds. We can also get some bitcoins and altcoins, as well as invest in foreign assets, such as foreign stock and real estate. If we don't live in the US, we can minimize our exposure to the US dollar and dollar-based assets. That would include owning US stocks as well as US real estate. Now, because we are smart investors, these assets can protect us and might even increase in value, making us wealthy. That's gonna be fun. But if the global financial system should recover and the US economy stabilizes, there is some hope of returning to a new sense of normal. However, that is highly unlikely. The lessons learned from this crisis will force us to think differently about money. We have become smarter and more aware of our economic landscape. We are now more likely to take proactive steps to protecting our hard-earned money and mitigate any future economic uncertainty by diversifying our investments. Thank you so much for listening to the end of the episode. Please be sure to let me know what you think about this new format of production, because I use your feedback to help me create better presentations for you. And if you want to stay on top of information like this, please hit the sub if you're on YouTube, or follow if you're on Spotify. And that is a wrap. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at William Obiana. I try to share more educational and informational content on there, so it will be awesome to connect with you. So yeah, take care and bye bye.